As soon as the Queen had finished her speech, Hermod replied that he also laid a spell on her, and that was that as soon as he was freed from her enchantments, she should become a rat and her daughter a mouse, and fight with each other in the hall until he killed them with his sword. After this, Hermod disappeared, and no one knew what had become of him. The Queen caused search to be made for him, but he could nowhere be found. One time, when Olaf was in the castle beside Hadvor, she asked the princess if she knew where Hermod had gone to. At this, Hadvor became very sad, and said that she did not. "I shall tell you then," said Olaf, "for I know all about it. Hermod has disappeared through the wicked devices of the Queen, for she is a witch, and so is her daughter, though they have put on these beautiful forms. Because Hermod would not fall in love with the Queen's plans and marry her daughter, she has laid a spell on him to go on an island and be a lion by day and a man by night, and never be freed from this until you burn the lion's skin. Besides," said Olaf, "she has looked out a match for you. She has a brother in the underworld, a 3-headed giant, whom she means to turn into a beautiful prince and get him married to you. This is no new thing for the Queen. She took me away from my parents' house and compelled me to serve her, but she has never done me any harm, for the green cloak I wear protects me against all mischief." Hadvor now became still sadder than before at the thought of the marriage destined for her, and entreated Olaf to think of some plan to save her. "I think," said Olaf, "that your wooer will come up through the floor of the castle to you, and so you must be prepared when you hear the noise of his coming and the floor begins to open, and have at hand blazing pitch, and pour plenty of it into the opening. That will prove too much for him." About this time the king came home from his expedition, and thought it a great blow that no one knew what had become of Hermod, but the Queen consoled him as best she could, and after a time the king thought less about his disappearance. Hadvor remained in her castle, and had made preparations to receive her wooer when he came. One night, not long after, a loud noise and rumbling was heard under the castle. Hadvor at once guessed what it was, and told her maids to be ready to help her. The noise and thundering grew louder and louder, until the floor began to open, whereupon Hadvor made them take the cauldron of pitch and pour plenty of it into the opening. With that the noises grew fainter and fainter, till at last they ceased altogether. Next morning the Queen rose early, and went out to the palace gate, and there she found her brother the giant lying dead. She went up to him and said, "I pronounce this spell, that you become a beautiful prince, and that Hadvor shall be unable to say anything against the charges that I shall bring against her." The body of the dead giant now became that of a beautiful prince, and the Queen went in again. "I don't think," said she to the king, "that your daughter is as good as she is said to be. My brother came and asked her hand, and she has had him put to death. I have just found his dead body lying at the palace gate." The king went along with the Queen to see the body, and thought it all very strange. So beautiful a youth, he said, would have been a worthy match for Hadvor, and he would readily have agreed to their marriage. The Queen asked leave to decide what Hadvor's punishment should be, which the king was very willing to allow, so as to escape from punishing his own daughter. The Queen's decision was that the king should make a big grave mound for her brother, and put Hadvor into it beside him. Olaf knew all the plans of the Queen, and went to tell the princess what had been done, whereupon Hadvor earnestly entreated her to tell her what to do. "First and foremost," said Olaf, "you must get a wide cloak to wear over your other clothes when you are put into the mound. The giant's ghost will walk after you are both left together in there, and he will have 2 dogs along with him. He will ask you to cut pieces out of his legs to give to the dogs, but that you must not promise to do, unless he tells you where Hermod has gone to, and tells you how to find him. He will then let you stand on his shoulders, so as to get out of the mound, but he means to cheat you all the same, and will catch you by the cloak to pull you back again. But you must take care to have the cloak loose on your shoulders so that he will only get hold of that." The mound was all ready now, and the giant laid in it, and into it Hadvor also had to go without being allowed to make any defence. After they were both left there, everything happened just as Olaf had said.